Hello guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to do something a tiny bit different, and I know I should have done this already by now, but most of my stories on my channel right now are manic stories, and mostly because they're a lot more exciting, I guess. They're really weird. I did some weird things, but in this video I'm going to talk more about my depressive episodes, some more about like the stuff I went through when I was depressed. And I guess right now I'm going to talk mostly about the big period of time out in 2019. So actually at the end of 2018 I had this big manic episode. It was after I stopped taking my meds by choice, kind of just stopped taking them and didn't tell anybody. Anyway, yeah, so I got really manic after that. And then when I was put on antipsychotics, it took me down really fast, and I swear it just pushed me into depression. And I didn't stop taking them for a while, so I just stayed down there. And when I finally was taken off of them, it depression didn't go away. So for I would say like even a year after that, I was like mostly depressed. A lot of what happened right after I was manic, like, and I went down a little bit, I think what made it worse was that I was so lonely. I think that was the winter that, like, I messaged some people and they just didn't respond, and it just felt like I was losing all my high school friends, and it was bad. I think a few people were also on um vacation, so I like had nobody. Anyway, so that was a big part of it. And then my all-time low was that summer. I decided to go to this outpatient therapy thing that helped with CBT and just kind of changing your way of thinking and doing different things that can help you improve your mood and keep you all in control. So back at the end of 2018, I was doing all these things. I decided to go back to ballet and piano, and it was just, I was so busy. I think I was working and I had class. It was like I had a full schedule. By the beginning of the next year, I was so burnt out, and I think around April or May, I tore my ACL trying to skateboard with a friend. It was my first time. I'm never skateboarding again, but that did not help my mood at all when it kind of crashed. So I remember distinctly from that time, I was so worried about everything. Like after I tore my ACL and got the surgery, I was like, I don't want to take all these painkillers because I don't want to become addicted, and it's probably interfering with my bipolar meds, and I was just freaking out. And so that was one thing. And another thing was like, is my knee ever gonna like heal properly? Am I like doing the exercises well enough? It couldn't bend past um like I don't know, like this angle or this angle. So it was like it couldn't even bend 90 degrees, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, am I making good progress? Like, is this ever gonna go back to normal? Because I mean, I could barely straighten it all the way either, and I was just getting really scared. Like, am I it was just, it was terrible. And like it kept going like that until the end of the summer, and I started going to school again. Everything was looking better. It still took a while to climb back up a little bit. I think by like 2020 it was a lot better, like the depression part anyway. I was still like having my highs and lows a little bit, but it was definitely getting better. So I have a few stories. When I was taking ballet, I actually tore my ACL like almost right before the recital, and I had a solo. By the way, that solo was a mess. I am very bad at ballet, and I was so nervous, and like because I was so depressed. Like, my memory was terrible and I was worrying so much, so I couldn't do it. So even up until like the very last part at rehearsal, like, I would mess up and I was freaking out, like, am I gonna remember my stuff? But anyway, so I tore my ACL and I couldn't like hop on one leg without like falling. Actually, during dress rehearsal, like the last rehearsal before the performance, I just fell. And everybody saw it because in front of a bunch of people, and I was so embarrassed. They didn't, probably most of them didn't know that I tore my ACL, but so there was that. And my ballet instructor also told me, oh, you don't have to do this one part, just like skip it and like start running around. And so I was like, but then it's obvious that I was like missed a part because it was like supposed to be like, it's kind of symmetrical or whatever it's called, so I was supposed to do one side then the other. But I did what she said during the performance, and I still remember this. After I did that, I heard someone in the audience go, ooh. And I'm just like, I swear I didn't do that on purpose. And then afterwards, when I was watching the second part of the show, in the audience, and then I was leaving, so I swear someone like pointed at me and was like, that's the girl that messed up her solo. And I don't know if I was hearing this stuff because I do that sometimes or if it actually happened, but I was like so embarrassed. Oh my god, that whole time. And they were also playing the show in the back room where all the dancers were, and so probably all of them saw it too, and it was terrible. It was really embarrassing. And I told my mom, you better not buy that recital DVD because I didn't want to see how bad I did. So yeah, I never actually know how I looked. But yeah, that is my story, mini story about ballet and how that manic part became a little bit more depression and how that affected me. And then just, yeah, and that whole depression just evening itself out eventually. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.